All right. Welcome to DisibiliTEA, a special edition of the Finding Avalon podcast. I'm Jenna Barnable, a disabled advocate and creator from Atlantic Canada. Because 1 in 4 Canadians live with disability, chronic illness, and neurodivergence, we need to get comfortable talking about it, and not just talking, but taking action together. So settle in as we spill the tea on all things disability. Maddie McLellan is here today from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. She's a freelance model, photographer, designer, writer, singer, dancer, and animal lover with an obvious lust for life. Maddie also lives with chronic illness and is dyslexic with a rare neurological motor speech disorder called apraxia of speech, or AOS. Maddie, are you ready to spill some disability?
Yes, I am.
Cheers. So tell me, what have you brought for tea today?
I got this tea from Tim Hortons. It's called Orange Pico. My favorite tea. And this furnace always keeps it nice and hot. I love
Nice. And I've got a lovely homegrown tea spread from today's episode sponsor, the Halifax Brewery Market. They're my go-to year-round Saturday market in the Alexander Keats Heritage Building. So that's my favorite place to go on a Saturday morning. And I'll show you, I have a collection here of delicious homemade cookies. I don't want them to fall off the plate because that could be a disaster. And these are homemade cookies and squares from Tea Time Treats. And
it.
also, I have organic tea blends from the Tidal Wild Farm. They make their own teas. They're local as well. And this tea is called Bright Lights. And it's a blend with hibiscus, elderberry, lemon, and orange peel. And it's certified organic. And so I'm going to be sending some beautiful cookies and some tea to you as a thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Happy to share it. That's what tea time is all about, having a little snack and something hot to drink, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes real change starts with a conversation over a hot drink, just like we're having right now. What disability-related topic would you like to spill the tea about?
Well, I was bullied for 11 years for not being able to communicate properly for my disabilities that I was born with. This was traumatic for me, because bullying has impact my self-confidence. Um, it stopped me from going out and doing things I love. So I stood up to my bully that bullied me for 11 years. It was the same bully.
And they were bullying you because of your apraxia of speech?
Uh, yeah, all the way till high school, like elementary to high school.
So
Yeah.
more than a decade. And you were just a kid then.
Mhm.
And were you going through speech therapy and things like that?
Yes. While I was in school, I would get taken out of class for speech therapy.
Mhm.
And outside of school, I did speech therapy.
Mhm. Can you tell me a little bit more about when you were having speech difficulties, how that made you feel when you were young, and even today, how it makes you feel?
Oh, it was hard to communicate with others and be heard. Like, yeah, like it's very hard feeling when you're not being heard. Because no one can understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And did you find other ways to express yourself? Because you're a very creative person. I'm wondering if that was part of your way of coping with communicating.
Yeah, I painted a lot. That helped with my depression. Um, and like a lot, like with designs, like with clothes and wanting to be a fashion model, um, helped a lot with my confidence, like building my confidence back and
Mhm.
not caring what others think about me anymore.
You have a lot of courage and determination and resilience, and nobody should have to go through bullying like that. Like, a lot of people don't realize that bullying, when it comes to disability, is ableism, right? It's a form of stigma and stereotypes and discrimination where a person thinks a disabled person is less than them. And it's absolutely not true. It's based on misinformation and old attitudes.
Yeah,
And children bully, but that is no excuse. Like, I'm sure you must have been letting teachers know, letting family know, letting your other friends know, and this bully continued for 10 or 11 years, you said?
till I stood up to him.
Ah, and can you tell me a little bit about how that went, if you feel comfortable to?
Mm. I confronted my bully in grade 10, in the second semester. Um, he was plotting, like, I overheard his conversation in the cafeteria that he was plotting to, um, like, dump a bunch of, like, cafeteria food on me, like, yeah, like, to impress his friends or whatever. I don't know the tension behind that. But I beat him to it, and I embarrassed him in front of all his friends because I was fed up with being bullied by him. Uh,
What happened?
uh, I, dumped chocolate milk on his head.
It's like it's like a scene from the movie Mean Girls, except for it was Mean Boy.
But whatever attentions, he always just picked on me.
Mhm.
Uh,
Bullies Bullies only respond to strength, right? They're projecting their own insecurities, and that's not okay. It's not an excuse at all. And like you say, you were just the scapegoat that he wanted to bully, it sounds like. What did teachers do? Did teachers intervene in school? Did they try to protect you and like discipline this student?
they sent him home for 4 days, and I didn't get sent home or in trouble. So,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah.
so he
Well,
got expelled for a bit.
yeah, 'cause they don't tolerate bullies.
Mhm. I'm glad they took that seriously, but I'm also really sorry to hear that that went on for 10 years of your life when you were young, quite young, and that had to have had, like, an impact on you. How did you feel when this was happening to you?
Mm-mm. Just fear that I couldn't, like, that I would never be able to communicate with people the way everyone else does. Um, but, like, I proved doctors wrong because with my disability, they told me I wouldn't be able to read, write, or talk, and I'm doing all of those.
Yes.
Uh,
They underestimated you, it sounds like, and it must have been a lot of work for you, to be working with a speech was it a speech language pathologist or a speech specialist?
speech specialist.
Huh. Wow, so that's a lot of work to do on top of being a student and being a kid, just learning how to grow up and be in the world. And when you can't freely express yourself, like your sense of humor or your confidence or your creativity, you found other outlets. And so now earlier, I mentioned that you were a multi-hyphenate. You do everything. You seem to be very fearless now. Can you tell me a little bit about how you went from feeling so depressed and discouraged and worried about your future to grabbing every opportunity that comes your way? Tell me about that.
I just live every day like it'll be my last, because I did have a near-death experience when I was 19, so that kinda changed my, perspective in life.
Mhm.
It was a drowning, in the ocean.
See. You
Yeah,
almost drowned.
yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty scary day. I was with family and when I almost drowned.
Hmm. So what happened? You were out in the ocean. Did you get a cramp? What happened?
So there's this strong rip current, that does take lives, sadly. Um, I was taught at the age of 6 how to swim out of those in those situations. Um, but this was a very strong current that took me, like, swept me in the sea. Like, I was shark level deep in the ocean, the lifeguards said. So that traumatizes me even more because I couldn't see my feet. I couldn't see my legs. Like, that's how dark the ocean was underneath me. Um,
And so you're under the water. You're completely under the water, being pulled out by a riptide.
couple times, the waves kept taking me down. Like, while I was in the ocean and this was all happening, like, my thoughts in my head were, just to stay above water, help will come soon. Um, and, I choked on a lot of salt water because of the waves kept taking me down. I kept seeing these bubble figures, um, which I did come in and out of consciousness. Oh my god, I can't speak. I kept slipping in and out of consciousness. Oh my god, I can't.
It's a listen, it is okay. And also like you have spent a lot of years working on your speech. We do not expect you to speak any particular way, right? How you speak is perfectly fine, you know? So
Yeah.
you were slipping in and out of consciousness and all the panic was happening. You were swallowing the salt water. You were alone. What went through your mind?
Uh, I did think I was gonna die, and I wasn't ready. Like I was depressed, so I did have those suicidal thoughts in the past, um, because bullying can do that to a person. So when I was fighting for my life in the ocean, I come to realize I do want to live. I do want to create um better life for myself because I didn't get to do the things I wanted to do when I was little. When I went to college before my near-death experience, um, I um, couldn't do the things I wanted to because of my disability. My brain wouldn't like remember like study um, techniques. I tried every single one.
Mhm. Right, so because you have dyslexia
Yeah,
and apraxia of speech and memory issues and all of those things that go with it, that a traditional learning environment in post-secondary, that is quite a lot to face.
yeah. I was studying 6 hours a day for 3 months before I dropped college. It was too much.
Yeah.
So I just want to start, um, like my own career, I guess, in a way. Like start my own business. You can do that. You don't need a diploma.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I There's no shame in that. You were doing the work, but it wasn't working for you. So you're a great problem solver. You decided, "Okay, what can I do with my skills and my interests?"
Since I was a kid, I was always into fashion. So that's why I want to work with fabrics and start and create my own design. And that's also why I want to be a model as well. Model my own designs, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh, and photography, I always wanted to do that as a kid too. and never had the chance. So I bought my own camera and started my own photography business. Yeah, I'm working on my website.
It sounds like to me that all of these interests are all coinciding. They're all like intersecting, right?
Yeah,
Fashion, creativity, photography, modeling, because that's also part of the performance of fashion and performance of creativity. And all of this to me, it sounds like so much self expression.
that's right on. For now, I'm being freelance because it gives me um, the chance to express myself and the things I love to do. And I don't have to listen to someone else bossing me around. I'm my own boss.
Yeah. Do you feel your confidence growing when you're modeling and photographing and creating and kind of getting all these ideas? Do you feel like that gives you a bit more personal power?
Yes, it gives me a lot of power and a lot of growth for my confidence.
And I guess, does it also feel like a bit of a relief maybe?
Yes, it does. Honestly, because my whole life I've um been bullied, put down. I just want to show the world what I'm capable of without any judgment.
Mhm. Yeah, because there is no other you. There's no other copy of you. Nobody can do what you can do. Nobody can think the way you think or express the way you express. And after so many years of not being able to express yourself, and now as a young adult getting out into the world, you have a pretty good idea of what you want, I think.
Yeah. Uh, just to build my own career and um just do things I love and make me happy. I was diagnosed at the age of 20 with fibromyalgia, um, a year after my near-death experience. Didn't start like I
That's
didn't.
okay. That's okay. I can see you being really hard on yourself. I'm watching it happen. You take a second, just take one friggin' second because I can see you getting in your head. I can see you actually being disappointed with yourself and talking to yourself in your head. I can see it on your face. And you have nothing to feel disappointed about in yourself. Like you just take a second. Like I get it. I really get it. And I do that to myself too. So I recognize it. I'm like, nope, stop doing that. I won't let you do it.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
I know it's a lifelong thing to work on.
I was diagnosed at the age of 20 with fibromyalgia. I was experiencing all these different symptoms. I didn't know what was wrong with my body, so I went to my family doctor and she diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. It's dull and achy and sharp pain sometimes, all in my joints and muscles. It is slowly attacking my nerves now. Because they didn't have a proper treatment for it at the time.
I understand that very deeply. And how about fatigue and brain fog? Was that part of it?
Yeah. I used to be active. I was in a lot of sports. I run a lot, so I had to stop jogging. It did put me down a lot. It did bring up my depression again. I get depressed if I can't do things I love and want to do. I'm pretty sure anyone would. But
Yeah. That's very natural. That's a very natural response to losing something, right? That's loss.
yeah, we're grieving
Yeah,
something we don't do anymore.
absolutely. And I'm glad to hear you say that because some people don't realize that that's grief, right? It took me a long time to figure out that it was grief. And so You got the diagnosis of fibromyalgia. You're 20 years old. You've also just almost drowned the year before that. Like, that's a pretty heavy 2-year period of a lot of things happening for you. I guess that was probably your tipping point for, hey, I'm going to change my life. Is that what happened?
Yeah. It took me a few years to cope with the pain and manage it with muscle relaxers, pain medication. I had physio, massage, and chiropractor, which helped a little bit, but like the next day it just come right back. Just kept my mind busy and just did things that I enjoyed that I could. Drawing, reading, writing, even writing. I can't do much anymore because of my wrist. Yeah, my joints get all stiff and sore if I write.
Mhm, mhm. So it sounds to me like a constant adaptation, like cycles of changing and pivoting and trying different things. And it's like a moving target, I think.
Mhm. Exactly.
Mhm. What makes you excited about the future?
Um, honestly, not quite sure. Just one day at a time, just doing the things I love and enjoy.
Mhm.
Well, I would love to be a supermodel. Or a famous photographer. Um, but yeah, I just want to get recognized and get my name out there and show the world what I'm capable of doing.
Mhm.
Prove my bullies wrong.
That's right. So if someone is seeing you on a runway, like, what are you feeling when you're on a runway as a disabled model? What are the emotions you feel?
I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah.
That's like the only feeling I can describe is proudness,
Mhm.
bravery.
Bravery?
Oh,
How about, like, does it make you feel strong?
yes, it makes me strong.
Yeah. And do you have any nerves when you're doing it? Do you feel like you're shaken, or do you feel really confident in it?
My confidence grew a lot at the start, which is normal for any new model to be nervous. That means you want it. Keep going for it. Those nerves will slowly disappear. Trust me.
Mhm. And if you're in a photo shoot, or a video shoot or a fashion event, and you're feeling tired, you're feeling your fatigue, you're feeling the pain in your joints, are you kind of masking and kind of somehow the adrenaline, does that help hide the pain?
Yes, it does help. Honestly, it helps extremely. Sometimes it feels like your heart's gonna pop right out of your chest. And other times, it feels, empowering. Like when I'm feeling pain in the high heels and the weather, affects my pain too, like I just fight through it and tell myself, you got this. It'll be over soon, and you'll be proud that you did this. And all plays out in the end. And yeah. I kind of get used to all the bright lights and all the flashing, like paparazzi. Gotta get used to that. But yeah, my eyes were very sensitive to the light at the start. I do have sensitivity to light, but my eyes adjusted because I kept going. So yeah, your body gets used to the environment that you're working in. Uh-uh. I've had models from different agencies noticed my walk and said how well of a walk I have, which lifted me up a lot. And like just getting feedback from other models like lifts other models up their spirits.
Mhm.
When I've been working with photographers, they've complimented me on my posing, um, how well I listen, and they love my creativity.
I feel like you make really interesting shapes from looking at your work. Is that something you're trying to do, or are you just naturally good at it and that's what you do?
Well, I'm naturally good at it.
Good. I love it. I love it. You know, you have to own the things that your instincts tell you.
Mhm.
Maddie, if you were to go back in time and talk to your younger self, you're still quite young, but your much younger self, what what kind of advice or what kind of words of support would you offer your younger self?
Mm-mm. Is to not care what other people think about you. To not care what others think about you
Yeah.
and their opinion. That only your opinion matters, not everybody else's.
Mhm. Very good advice. Anything else you would say to little Maddie?
Mm-mm. Just to respect and love others, and you never know what someone's going through, so always try to make new friends. Get yourself out there.
Yeah. So that's a nice message of kindness. And for the younger you, for anyone who's watching this, anybody who's listening to this, just to remember kindness. Like, how important is kindness?
Exactly. Yeah, kindness is the most important thing besides love.
Yes, kindness and love. Yeah. Before we go, what can people do to take action for disability inclusion? What's something that someone who's watching this can take away and start doing today?
Treat people with respect because I know firsthand how awful people can be. I'll always stand up to bullies.
Everyone in the community can speak up when something looks wrong, unsafe, harmful, and that includes bullying. So thank you for bringing that up. Here's to spilling the disability. I'm still laughing at the chocolate milk. Was it like right over the top of the head? Or was it like this?
Right on top of the head.